students around Northeast Wisconsin. To commemorate Neil Armstrong's walking on the moon, the Omega Watch Company handcrafted personalized timepieces for the Apollo crew. Several years ago, Stephen Osdeen, a watch collector, purchased the watch at a coin shop in Ohio. Now, it had Armstrong's name on it, but it wasn't until later that he learned the watch belonged to the famous astronaut. He paid $2,300 at the time for the watch. It later sold at auction for a record $2.1 million. Enter the LaViolette Foundation, a nonprofit formed in 1992 in the name of the 13-year-old Green Bay boy who died in a swimming accident. The foundation has now provided scholarship funds to nearly 1,200 students and has an endowment of over $1 million. Brian loved watches, and watches have become a big part of the foundation's fundraising efforts. Doug LaViolette purchased this watch off eBay, sold by Stephen. The two met, and Doug shared the foundation's story. Since then, Stephen has donated watches to the cause, but today he donated this, a $17,000 check from proceeds from the Armstrong watch. More money from that auction has gone to charities designated by the Armstrong family. Now, to put that 17 grand into perspective, the foundation began with $22,000. It's time to take a 4:30 field trip. We're joined by Doug LaViolette from the foundation and Stephen Osdeen, who made the generous gift today. I'm curious, the first time you two gentlemen connected, did you realize the connection you already had? How quickly did that come together for either one of you?
Well, I was running an eBay business for several decades. I've since left eBay because it's become a little more difficult to do really well on eBay in terms of the algorithms now. But at that point in time, he absolutely stole a watch because the algorithms were making really cheaply, and it was and I'm glad. I was like, gosh, I probably paid that for the watch, maybe paid more, but it was a fortuitous opportunity. And then he explained the mission behind Brian's foundation, and I couldn't believe it. I said, this is amazing. A nonprofit that has a connection to watches. I've been looking for something, informally to do some good. Maybe this is a chance.
Sometimes you may not want to open up with everything you're doing right away. But was it easy to open up to Stephen right away to share that story?
It was
because I don't think you probably shared the story with this end result in mind.
Well, no, never. I mean, we look at it as divine intervention. There seems to be a reason why. Number one, I caught that watch, had looked at it, thought this is a very cool watch, and maybe I can get a great deal on it and flip it for the foundation. When I called and asked if I could join him, it was really nice of him to be so engaging. Number one, pick up the phone. Number two, engage a conversation, and then invite me to visit, and then have a great meeting. And I learned more about him and the business, and his depth of watch knowledge was really impressive.
You talked about wanting to do something. Have you filled that bucket?
I think there's still a long way to go, honestly. I think that's a lifelong process. I don't think you ever fill that bucket. I think you always try to do some good. And the reality is, in the watch and gold industry, you can make really good money. And sometimes there's an element of selfishness that happens in collecting or in certain industries. And the majority of people are great, but the temptation is there to not always do the right thing. And, this gives me the chance to, do the right thing and help other people with the blessings I've been given. You have to try to have integrity in what you do, and you treat people right. You don't knowingly take advantage of people, and then good things happen.
The Neil Armstrong watch, when you heard about it and you reached out to talk to him about it, this was never on your mind today.
Well, no,
right?
Not at all. I mean, after we became friends, he said, I've got something I want to show you at some point. And he didn't explain, what it was or where it was or what he was going to do with it. And the next time I visited him, I had a chance to look at his collection, and he said, here, this is the one I want to show you. And he handed me Armstrong's watch. And it was really surreal to hold it, touch it, just feel it. it was one of those goosebump moments. It was incredible.
Which goosebumps were bigger, then or when he said, Doug, this is what I want to do with some of the money?
Well, that was really touching, and we were really humbled by that. And he didn't have to do that. You know, he had a major commitment to the Armstrong family and their donations and their charities, and for us to tag along and be a part of this story and be a chapter in it, it's a great thing. It really is, and it connects Brian to the whole story.
Sure.
You know, this has gone worldwide, and it's just one more amazing story that we can connect our son with, and with good people,
Yeah.
and doing good things.
And the good things stretch out, because all the charities that you're helping with this money that you got from the watch, the Armstrong family, you talked about it, different charities, you'll never know just how far that spreads, right? And just who that's going to touch or help. Is that a little awe-inspiring for you? Is it a little? How do you process that?
It is. I mean, the fact is the Armstrong Foundation is giving a lot to STEM in this country, which I think is really important, you know, in terms of the American educational system. Because a lot of students really are falling behind mathematically and in, you know, science, technology, and engineering here. America was always a country that encouraged entrepreneurial endeavors, especially in the realm of manufacturing and engineering, science. Space. And so to think that even in a very small capacity, this might change a few lives, hopefully more than that, is awe-inspiring.
Where does this relationship go in the future? Well,
It's going to continue. Maybe something, I don't know how Brian's Foundation can also be involved in the Madison area where I live. I'd love to see a little bit of that. I know it's primarily the missions about northeastern Wisconsin, but
yeah.
I want to also see something at home, like in Madison. I don't know, I haven't figured that out. It's going to take a lot of thought.
Okay.
But
one last thing, I just want our viewers to realize this connection. Can you guys both go like this right now? We are double wristing all the way through.
always.